everybody, it's Chris Eads, known online as Wootini, here with another Gay Gamer video podcast for you. Starting off with a movie review, I went to see the new Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. The new Resident Evil reboot movie. And I was kind of disappointed, unfortunately. I remember when the first Resident Evil movie came out, and video game fans were all up in arms because they're like, what is this? Who's Alice? Like, what's happening? This has nothing to do with the games, aside from Umbrella Corporation and the T-Virus creating monsters and zombies. You know, there were no characters in the games, no places for the games. It was just like, what? But it was fun, action-packed, entertaining movie. And later movies added some people from the games and, you know, tried to get back into that. But now they're rebooting it, and they're like, here's an all-new Resident Evil, and this one is set in Raccoon City with the Umbrella Corporation, and you've got Claire Redfield and Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine and Albert Wesker and Leon Kennedy, and everyone's in it. Everyone looks costumes right from the game. You've got sets right from the game, like the police station and the mansion. The mansion looked exactly right. I mean, hell, they even do the shot where they come across the zombie who looks up after you've interrupted his meal. You know, they're like clearly working more from the games and trying to be like, here we are, we're going to give you this movie that's truly based on the video game that you all love. Unfortunately, they forgot to get a good script. It takes like a half an hour before anything even starts getting going. It's another 15 minutes after that before they get to the mansion. And aside from a couple of scenes that are actually, like, there's one scene in the dark where I'm like, oh, okay, like, the director thought about this, and he actually, like, you know, was trying something here. It's not always effective, but he was at least trying something. Aside from a couple of scenes, it's just kind of a slog. Like, it's just kind of like, okay, alright. Like, it never builds any kind of momentum or excitement. Like, there's a scene that's, like, supposed to be building tension as something big is about to happen, and you see it coming, and you know something, it's going to be bad. And the way it's shot, the way it's edited, it's just like, come on, like, pick up the pace, like, cut back and forth, build tension, like, something. You know, it just felt like they weren't even trying. So it's not scary, it's not action-packed. I mean, there's action, but it's not, like, exciting. And then it just sort of stops, and you're like, wait, that's the end? Like, okay, whatever. With a tease for a sequel, of course, which, well, we might get it. I mean, it's low budget, so, I mean, it just has to make a little bit of money. So, you know, who knows? I mean, there were people in the theater when I saw it, so it might make some money, and we'd get a sequel. Maybe they can get a better script this time. And maybe a different director who can, like, actually make things seem scary or exciting and build some tension or something. I just sat there watching it unfold, like, okay, whatever. Yep, that happened. Okay. And, you know, whatever. It was kind of disappointing. Whatever. So it's not really worth running out into the theaters to see it. Although you might want to jump into the theaters now before the new variant hits America. But, yeah. Not really worth it. I'd wait for Netflix. As for games, I continue to not be in the mood to play The Last of Us. I wanted something relaxing and just, you know, just to do something simple and relaxing. But instead of No Man's Sky, I actually decided to pop back in Assassin's Creed Valhalla and try the new Discovery Tour. And, oh my god, this Discovery Tour is so good. It's a little different than the previous ones. The previous ones, you just wandered around and, like, went to the markers to, like, discover information about the game or behind-the-scenes information. Here, it actually gives you, like, a little story. So there's, like, a series of quests. There's, like, 7 or 8 quests. I'm on, like, 4, I think, right now. And each quest has a different character. So, like, you start as Thorstein, who is a Viking, and you walk around your village, and you have to like defend yourself. You have to defend your honor because someone's claiming that you cheated him, and you have to be like, no, you're a big ass liar, but whatever. So you have to like go around and like talk to people and collect the evidence, and then have a big thing, whatever. But as you're walking around the village, there's little markers where you can learn about Viking culture. And then there's also other markers where you get like behind the scenes information on the game, like how they created the music, how they designed the costumes, and whatever. And it's fascinating. And the whole time you're just walking around. There's no combat. There's no monster. Like, you can walk around the woods. There's no enemies. There's no wolves or animals of any kind. Like, you're just walking around, and it's super, super chill. Good thing there's no combat because you got no weapons. But it's fascinating, and you're just, you know, and I did I've only seen 2 characters so far, Thorstein, and then I did one quest with a monk who has an adventure, and I think there's one other character that you do, and you kind of cycle between them, and you learn about, like, Viking culture and the, like, ancient England and everything. And so it's educational, and you get some behind-the-scenes information about the game, but it's also quite nice because it gives you like a little mini story, you know, so that it kind of, instead of just like the previous games where you just wander around and uncover the information as you go, here you have like a little mini quest so that it kind of gets you through it, and it teaches you about the world as you're going through it. So like as the monk, you're learning about like how they treated illnesses back in the day with the leeches and such, because somebody got sick. So you take him to the infirmary, and then you have to go research and help cure him, and then you collect the ingredients, and then you go help cure him with the ingredients. And it's all like, you know, teaching you as you go through the little mini quest. And then there's additional things to learn as you go and find. So I'm actually rather enjoying it. It's educational. I don't know how much of it's gonna, you know, I'm not gonna retain any of it, but it's enjoyable, and you can walk around and take lovely pictures, and it's very nice and soothing. It's exactly what I want right now. And I will wrap up by just a heads up that I probably will be taking next week off. I am going in for hernia surgery in a few days, which is partially why I've not really been in the mood to play anything. But I don't know if I'm going to be in the mood to make a video next weekend. And if I do make a video, I won't really have much to talk about because I'll have been unconscious for a lot of the time. So I will see you when I see you. Bye!